Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Monday, April 8th, Major League Baseball slate. As the NBA is off and it's baseball and then college basketball championship game. Basically about the only two mainstream sports going on. So we'll get into the baseball. It is a light schedule, though. We've only got a couple games that we're betting in. We'll give you some leans and things on some other games that are coming up. But we'll get started 3:05 or 3:06 out here in Phoenix, 6:06 Eastern time. Marlins going to the Yankees. Marlins put up a crooked number against St. Louis. I guess the offense finally picked up and decided to play. Going against the Yanks, Cortez versus Luzardo. Pitching matchup-wise, I really like Luzardo here, but can't trust that Miami Marlins offense whatsoever. Yanks are about $1.50 favorite. If we were playing in that game, we would be leaning definitely Yankees in that particular matchup. Next, we got Brewers going to Cincinnati to play the Reds at 3:41 out here in Phoenix, 6:41 Eastern time. Ashby pitching against Graham Ashcraft for the Reds. Pretty much a toss-up game according to the book. They're both around $1.10 favorite, so pretty much a push on that one. We'll just like the Reds, just take the home team in this particular one on the Monday schedule. So Reds, Brewers, we would lean Reds in that one. Next game up, Tigers going to, at the same time frame, 3:41 out here in Phoenix, is 6:41 Eastern. Tigers going to Pittsburgh to play the Pirates. Pirates take 2 out of 3 in comeback fashion against the Orioles. Ninth inning and then also a extra inning game against the Orioles. Tigers, Olsen pitching against Mitch Keller in this one. The Pirates just a little bit of a favorite here, about $1.20 favorite. Really like the Pirates in this scenario here. They just got to pick up the scoring pace a little bit. The pitching's been there. If they can hit, this team can make a run, folks. It's not out of the realm that they finish wild card or maybe get into win this division. I don't think it's going to take probably 90 games to get this division done. Probably 88. More than likely, is going to put you just as a chance of division. But with the third wild card now, anything is kind of available. We proved the Diamondbacks proved it last year, getting in with 84 wins. So they got a chance to get there. So this one we lean Pirates at that $1.20 favorite. Next game up, we've got the Mariners going to the Blue Jays. We've got Luis Castillo versus Jose Barrios. Slight favorite here for the Blue Jays. Even money on the Mariners. Total at 8. To be really honest, in this game, we'd lean under, if anything else here. Castillo is the real deal. No question about that. We believe Barrios is unpredictable, so we'd probably lean Mariners and the under of that total in 8 in that game. Then you got the Mets, Braves in Atlanta, Teheran versus Charlie Morton. Lay the 210 with the Braves. Braves got scared a couple games against the Diamondbacks, ended up pulling away in the third game on Sunday. 4:21 out here, 7:21 Eastern. The Braves are $2 favorite, a 9.5 total. Braves, take them on the money line, take them on the run line. Teheran's not anything outstanding at all. The Braves should be able to gobble him up pretty easily, I would believe. Next game up, James Paxton with the Dodgers going to Minneapolis to face Ober. Twins did get rained out. Now the Dodgers come into town. This game we are on as the 4 teams we fade or follow. Just a reminder, Dodgers, Cubs, Royals, and Orioles this season. So Dodgers about $1.45 favorite here. Paxton pitched really well his last time out, and I think the Dodgers are pretty much done getting their brains beat in by the Cubs on this road trip. So we're going to roll here. We think if Paxton could give 5 solid, they're in pretty good shape. So when we look at it that way, offense, it's not even remotely close on which offense is more talented. The Dodgers have the best one in the league. So we'll go through those bets that we've got there. So Dodgers money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers -0.5 run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. We want Freddie Freeman to get back on track here. So we're going to take Freeman for a home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases. We'll also take Freeman for 2+ hits and 3+ hits. Next batter we have is Ohtani. We're going to take Ohtani home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases. And we'll also take Ohtani for 4+ total bases. I will remind you, once the rest of these batter props come out, make sure you do take a look at our Google Sheets at the end of every episode that we do. I'm sure there's going to be probably more we're going to play in this game. We think the Dodgers offense is really going to cook in this one, going against Ober, and then that defense as well. So we'll run through those Dodgers bets one more time for you against the Twins. Dodgers money line on the run line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5. Dodgers over the team total. Dodgers -0.5 run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Freddie Freeman, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases, also for 2+ hits and 3+ hits. Ohtani, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases, and also we'll sprinkle some on 4+ total bases. And like I said, we'll probably be adding a couple more bets to that as well on that one. So next game up, Phillies Cardinals. Turnbull, Spencer Turnbull for the Phillies, going against Mikolas in this one. The game's pretty much, it looks like Cardinals are a slight favorite here. They've started off cold again, and it's been pitching for the main reason on this one. We would lean slightly here towards the Phillies, not much, but their offense has been clicking a little bit better on this one. But you can get the Phillies, not only that, you can get them plus 100. They're a little bit of a dog in this matchup, which I understand it's in St. Louis, but I'd be really honest with you here. The Phillies are a little bit better team at the moment on that one. Next game up, Astros Rangers. Just when you thought you couldn't have enough Astros Rangers, right? They're playing on Monday, continuing the series over. You got Framber Valdez, Andrew Heaney in this one in Dallas. Houston started off really slow. Rangers have looked good so far. But the Astros are a $1.30 favorite in this one because Framber's pitching. I'll be really honest. I'd roll with the Rangers one more time here. You got to beat them while they're down, right, so to speak. So in this game here, total at 9.5. To be really honest, I probably like the over in this game as well. This game just smells like 6-4, 7-4, something to that effect in that Astros-Rangers game. Next game up, D-backs going to Denver to play the Rockies. Kyle Freeland, Zach Gallen. Kyle Freeland getting beat up more than a redheaded stepchild as of late. Diamondbacks $1.74 favorite. Go ahead and lay it there. I don't know, the total at 10.5, you better hope the Diamondbacks scored 8 of that, because I don't know if the Rockies have much in them to get 3 runs in this particular matchup. But definitely like the Diamondbacks in that one there. Next game up, 6:39 Mountain, or out here in Phoenix, 9:39 Eastern. Rays, Angels. Zach Eflin going against Anderson for the Angels. About $1.40 favorite, roughly, for the Rays. Go ahead and load up there. If the offense scores 3-4 runs, it should be a no-brainer there. Eflin pitched really well for the Rays since he came over last season, and we still think the Angels are one of the worst teams out there, even though they hit a little bit of a winning streak because they played the Marlins. Next game up, 6:41 out here in Phoenix, 9:41 Eastern Time. Cubs go to San Diego to face the Padres. Yu Darvish, Javier Assad pitching, and rightfully so. The Padres are about a $1.40 favorite. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought the Cubs had a really good series against even though they lost the Saturday game. Had a really good series against the Dodgers, but were at home. Played really well against the Rockies as well. on that homestand. They never play well in San Diego. I've been watching them for 40 plus years. I can't recall a time where they were ever dominant in San Diego. And Yu Darvish, former Cub, just has a tendency to get things done when it goes against the Cubs. So we'll give you the bets that we've got going on here. Padres money line. And on the run line, minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5. Padres over the 3.5 team total. Padres minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. And then hitting-wise, Tatis, homer, double, over 1.5 total bases, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ hits, and also 3+ total bases. And then Jake Cronenworth, home run, double, over 1.5 total bases, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ hits, and 3 total bases for Cronenworth. The Padres, they're not winning the NL West, but can they be a team that wins 80-plus games? Absolutely believe so. Pitching's going to have to do it for them, as they've lost some hitters, obviously Soto, stuff like that in that lineup, so definitely not as deep as it was before. And everybody's kind of struggled out of the chute except for Tatis and Cronenworth, so we'll kind of ride those two there. Machado struggled, Hesed Kims has struggled. It's not been pretty so far. So one more time in that Padres and Cubs matchup. Padres money line on the run line, minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5. Padres over the 3.5 team total. Padres minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Tatis home run. Tatis double, over 1.5 total bases, and over hits, runs, RBIs. Also Tatis 2+ hits and 3+ total bases. Cronenworth home run, double, over 1.5 total bases, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ hits, and 3 total bases. Last game on the board starts at the 5 minutes later. Nationals heading to San Francisco. Blake Snell, Trevor Williams in this matchup here. San Francisco, huge favorite in this one. A little over $2 favorite. Total at 7.5. It's still hard to score runs in San Francisco. They win 3-2 in a game against the Padres. Snell coming up. If Snell doesn't walk guys, he's one of the most dominant pitchers in the league. The problem is he gives up a lot of free passes. We like the Giants in this one. I'd probably even lead Giants in under that 7.5 mark. But lay the money with the Giants. I understand it's a lot of wood to lay, but it's going to be better than what some of these Dodgers money line bets are going to be later in the season when they're about 30, 40 games over 500, playing a lot of these teams that are in the cellar. So that's kind of a rundown. That's a rundown there for Monday, April 8th on the baseball side. Do make sure at the end of every episode, we mentioned a couple times on YouTube, we will have a link to our Google Sheets. This is a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we took those at, how many units we placed, also what book we placed them at, and then obviously the result once they're all finished up. So make sure you do check that. It's a great reference point as we are a volume better. We go through a lot of bets that we have. So make sure, check that out when you get some time. And as always, if you can subscribe and get notifications to our YouTube channel, makes life extremely easy to find us. Once you hit that subscribe button, we'll be in your subscriptions tab on that. And then if you want to make life a little bit easier, all you have to do is turn notifications on for YouTube. And you'll get a notification to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Match them up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. I do appreciate everybody's support as always, and I do look forward to seeing you on the next episode.